Welcome back to Code with Kalim. In today's video, I'm going to explain you the Linux file system with comparison with Windows. This is a very important video before we jump to lab for Linux, as I want that you guys should understand the basic architecture of Linux. As after this Linux lectures, I will also explain you the Git, Chef in DevOps, and bootstrapping in Chef, Docker, Ansible and CI/CD, Jenkins and Maven jobs, and also at the end we will discuss about the Kubernetes. So now let's start with the today video. In this video we are going to discuss, as I said, that we are going to discuss the Linux file system hierarchy. This presentation basically introduces the Linux file system. It will explain you the directory structure. It also contrasts it with Windows. Understanding the hierarchy is crucial. It's important for effectively navigating and managing our file system. So remember guys, in Linux we always use the forward slash, and in Windows we use the backslash, as you are aware about this one. The forward slash in Linux is the root directory, the top level directory. Every other directory is nested within it. In Windows, each drive has its own root. Linux consolidates everything. It uses a single unified hierarchy. Essential directories in a Linux, guys, remember that as you are aware about in a Windows machine, that we have in C drive we have program files, and the programs, we never delete any files in the program files in Windows and in the program x86. So the same thing, because if we try to delete something there, then it will affect the Windows machine, and it get corrupted as well. So be conscious about this one. So same thing that we should be aware about the things in Linux as well. But let me first explain you the basic stuff and the basic architecture here. That in Linux we have a slash root here, or we call it slash as well. Whenever we're talking about a slash forward slash, we are in at root level in Linux machine. So another folder, these folders are automatic. Remember, these folders are automatically, folders or directories are automatically created. Whenever I'm talking about the folder or directories, you know that in Windows we call it as a folder, but in Linux machine we call it as a directory. So don't be confused about this thing. Following folders are created automatically whenever any new even Linux machine is created. So this is a slash root, and this is the home directory for the root user. It separates from other user home directories. And slash home, it contains the home directories for regular user. Each user has their own space here. And slash boot contains files needed to start the system. Critical bootloader files reside here. Remember guys, that this is a one term that for the boot in a Linux machine we use that as a post. And post is basically the power on self test, and it contains basically all the requisite information regarding the hardware, and it's checked everything here, that if whether the hardware is in place or any problem here. If any problems come up here, then it will not start the Linux machine. So everything reside here, right? So for the slash etc, it stores system wide configuration file. It affects how the system behaves. In the boot, let's discuss some more files. It contains the VM Linux, the compressed Linux kernel image as an entered and in terms. It basically contains the temporary root file system loaded in the memory during boot. And grub directory contains the grub bootloader configuration file. This is very important folder. I will suggest don't try to delete or edit or update anything here. Let the Linux system do it whatever the system wants. The another folder is a slash user. This is not a user folder, USR folder. Basically software is installed here by default. It includes libraries and documentations. Don't confuse this with the user folder, right? This is a slash USR folder. And the other one is slash bin. It contains commands used by all users. Essential utilities live here, right? So it contains all the commands. It contains commands used by all the users. Sbin command used by the root user. System administration binaries reside here. And a slash opt and slash dev. Now let's talk about this one. Optional application software packages, third-party application are placed here. And a slash dev. Slash dev essentially device files. It represents connected hardware like USB or mouse. So this is a very short lecture, a short you can say that stuff that I want to explain you, and I don't want to take you into the deep of further stuff, because I don't want to confuse you at this level. Remember that I talked about the users folder. All the users will be here inside this. home slash, for instance, we can create with the name of John, with the name of Skleem, and with the name of Urba. So any users will be inside here, right? In this, the other folder that we discussed regarding the, that this one, the boot etcs usr and slash bin, so that will be here. Now let's take about the key takeaways. The root directory. Root directory is the base of the Linux file system. Home contains user directory, while root is for the root user. And slash boot is a critical for system startup. Never modify its content. Slash etc hold configuration files. Slash usr install software, right? So that's the end of this today lecture. In the upcoming lecture, we're going to do number of practical examples on a Linux machine. So stay tuned with this channel. So you are going to learn a lot of new things here. Thank you guys for watching this video.